Now, Microsoft Flight Simulator is a game I've always wanted to try, but it was kind of like scared because, flying in a game that takes simulation seriously seems a little bit daunting at first. Thankfully, Xbox has gifted me the game and has given me a code so that I can play Microsoft Flight Simulator, and this game has a lot more onto it than you can imagine. I've been personally having fun in free flight mode, and the first thing I did, of course, was visit where I live, Cape Town, South Africa, and then, just take to the skies, like just fly now. Now, this game is hyper realistic. It is very, very realistic. If you visit your own town in this game, you're going to realize that, man, it feels like I actually am flying above it. Now, it is hyper realistic in the fact that how the controls work. You can even like hover over and press different buttons and, activate different stuff here. I don't actually know what these things do. I've only played for like 3 hours, but I do know that playing with a controller feels the most natural compared to a keyboard and a mouse. And even with a controller, you have to focus on really slight movements. And of course, as you can see, you can fly from, well, being inside the plane like this. I can like look around me in a 360 degrees out the window, or you can of course fly from the outside of your plane like this. And then it almost feels like you're playing Grand Theft Auto somewhat, but in real life. The game also features a career mode where you kind of have to unlock your private pilot license and work your way up to getting a commercial license to do many different kinds of like flight jobs. Currently, a lot of the missions I have access to are very basic, like, oh, Jessica wants to explore the city of Cape Town. And you essentially have to fly along this pathway and like do a scenic flight. It even has the attention to detail of like, removing and doing certain checks, removing different covers and things off your plane. You can walk around it and see it if you are a plane enthusiast. This will be great for you. You'll also find a photographer mode where you can literally fly around iconic areas of the world. For example, like Mont Blanc, picking at random here. With this mode, you can experience and see really beautiful places that actually exist. I mean, like, that's the craziest part for me, is like flying around these things. These places are real. You can visit any corner of the world and see, civilizations and even nature. I mean, dude, I'm flying a hot air balloon. Look, flames, no flames. Flames, incredible. You can even see it from this point of view here. You can track the altitude, the temperature, because obviously it gets cold out here. And you can look around this, beautiful area. It's a great way to discover places you've never been to, or even places you've been to before. Now, if you do end up trying the game, going to activities, I highly recommend doing your flight training because, man, this game's no joke. You have to at least learn how the plane works, because I literally spent my first 2 hours crashing into everything with the planes, and don't get me started on like all the other confusing stuff which I still have to learn, like gliding. You'll also find several types of challenges within the game and races. There's even a whole challenge league where there's challenges of the week, that you can compete with. So the game does come with a little bit of a competitive challenge to it as well. One of the activities that I've been finding myself enjoying the most is the discovery activity. This one literally gives you a catalog of real life locations that you can go ahead and fly around. For example, the pyramids of Egypt, which if we look over my left window, I can actually fly past them right now and, have a look at what these pyramids look like and how ancient they look. This is unreal, dude. This is really cool. It really gives you a whole new perspective of how you can see things in the world. The fact that I've only played for a few hours and I've already learned so much about flying is actually incredible. Like, I've never been interested in flying before, like, in real life, like learning how to fly. But this game has taught me so much about it, like the names of things, the different tools that planes use to, make flying possible. It's quite crazy and quite cool. I can tell you one thing for sure, that this doesn't fly like Grand Theft Auto or any other flying game. This game has so much attention to every little maneuver that you make and follows real world physics. So you can't just be like, okay, cool, I'm going to fly all the way up or I'm going to fly all the way down. You can very easily crash your plane in this game. And by the way, I'm in Bora Bora right now. It's a great way to scope out holiday destinations. You can see a bunch of these like chalets over the water over here. Beautiful place. Very expensive, but also very beautiful. This is a really great perspective to get over the entire location. That's really cool though. That's really cool. I'm now going to try out a glider for the first time. I've never used one of these before. They have such massive wingspans, dude. Like, look how crazy this is. Obviously, this doesn't have a engine of sorts. It kind of like gets dragged up into the sky by another plane. And then you basically, glide for a really long time. You can even feel how light the controls feel amongst the different planes. Like some planes have crazy torque, power, and like, you know, turning too much can make you lose control or make the plane jitter a lot more than other planes. You can fly a variety of different aircrafts. You can fly freaking Airbuses, like massive Airbuses. You can fly these huge looking army kind of like ones, helicopters, even a freaking skyship. As you can see, this thing is crazy. It's incredible. It's like so much faster than a lot of the other aircrafts that you get. Right now I'm actually in a challenge mode where you have to fly this amongst, you know, these mountains. Very beautiful scenery, very low altitude. The whole goal is to actually fly as low to the ground as you possibly can in this challenge, which is, it's a little challenging. I could probably go lower, but yeah, it's very easy to crash because it doesn't just, you know, control. The plane doesn't just go up when you want it to go up. You have to pull up and keep it at a constant elevation at the entire time. You know, like how in the movies where they're like, pull up, pull up, pull up. Yeah, it's as hard as they make it look. I'm not gonna lie. It's as hard as they make it look. These things aren't meant to just fly directly upwards all of a sudden. Whoa, I almost crashed there. Not to mention when you're inside of this thing, I feel like I'm about to shoot rockets and missiles at somebody, which has a whole different feeling from like, you know, just flying for the fun of it. In this case, it feels like I want to, you know, shoot missiles. It definitely has that vibe. Flying at this speed is a lot more challenging though. It's definitely a fun experience though to play around with all of these different aircrafts. I do love that you can actually see like fake traffic driving on the roads, you know, as you're flying around. Like, look at this. This is like fake cars moving around. It's pretty cool. And this is my co-pilot. I don't know what his name is. He just sits next to me. Not even co-piloting. He's just got his hands on his legs, watching me do all the work. Good job, dude. Good job. All right, so we're going to attempt a landing. I have not landed in this camera mode before. In fact, I've only ever landed like 2 or 3 times. But let's see. I think I got this. I think I got this. I mean, it is a sandy one. I think we did it. Well, this was a very short runway. I literally made it to the very end of it. But that's it for me, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thank you so much for watching.